obviously extremely thankful that we were able to pull out a win. I'm not sure we completely deserved it, but we will certainly take it. And I'm proud of the guys, how they were able to bounce back in the overtime, being down 3. Not only Sanabria's shot, but then being down 3 to start the overtime and figuring out a way to be able to win. So I give us a lot of credit for that. However, there's a lot of stuff that we got to improve on, a lot of stuff that we have to get better at because I don't think we're going to be as fortunate if we continue to perform the way we did tonight.
Of course, obviously crazy finish to the second half. Sanabria managed to hit 2 3-pointers and Minnesota second. As a coach, what did you kind of preach to your team before that last possession on the catch and shoot opportunity, and how do you think they responded in overtime?
Well, obviously our talk was to try and not let the ball. Well, I'll back up. Probably my error was trying to throw it long with 0.8 seconds left. I told Kobe to keep it on the court. And we tried to run the tightrope on the sideline there and see if we could get it, which was a mistake. Probably should have just ran someone to the ball, let him get fouled, and let him come down and shoot free throws. So that's my error. Put us in a tough spot. But then when we got into the timeout, we talked to Kobe about not letting him throw the ball down the floor, trying to create an angle where they couldn't throw the ball down towards that corner, or at least make that pass more difficult. And then we talked to our guys about, any back screens we were going to switch, and then we were going to footstep hard on, any kind of screens to the basketball. Deshaun, I was watching the ball, so I didn't really see the action underneath, but it looked like Deshaun kind of anticipated switch or expected switch and just stopped. And then obviously allowed Sanabria to get the look. So that was, backbreaking. And I didn't know how we would respond, in all honesty, especially, we had some, one of the things that I hate about the replay is that it almost like creates energy for the team that thinks they're going to win, and it like sucks the life out of the other team. Like, it'd almost be better if you called it good and then we get right to the tip. Like, our guys are kind of standing there. Our staff did a great job of rallying guys and talking to guys about, getting on to the next play. But then even to start overtime, we give a bucket, we turn it over, we're down 3, and I'm thinking, like, are we just going to shut this down? And there was still 4:24 to go. So, glad that guys were able to make some plays and continued to fight, and came up with some rebounds, came up with some stops. I thought we got fortunate on a number of occasions where, even in the end of regulation where they missed a couple layups that we didn't defend the way we needed to defend. And, so I'm proud of the resolve that we had, but, we've certainly got to be much more stronger in our formula than we were tonight.
How much does overcoming that last shot in the regulation speak to the mental toughness?
Well, I think we saved the mental toughness from the first 40 minutes of the game, and we used it in overtime because I didn't think we were very mentally tough during the beginning parts of the game. I didn't think we were very mentally engaged. I thought we were worrying about things that we couldn't control. We were, they put a ton of. You got to give St. Francis credit. Like they make it hard for you to play. They defend like crazy. They're always there. They're relentless in their approach. Glenn Breaka does an awesome job of getting his guys to play that way. They're always in denial, so offense isn't smooth. You don't always get clean looks. You might not get a look. The ball might get reversed to you, and maybe in other games you anticipate this is where I'm going to get my shot. Well, that doesn't come. And now you've got to be able to just continue to play. And we had some guys that were like concerned with, what was going on with, a shot opportunity. I thought we took some bad shots. I thought we were lazy at times defensively. We gave up some baskets that I don't know if they really earned. We just kind of like quit. And so I was really disappointed in the way that we were, performing for a majority of the game, even though we had, spells where we played well. Like towards the end of this first half, we built, probably a 5 or 6 point lead because we actually executed some offense. Then we went right back to taking one-pass jump shots or head-down drives and throw the ball at the basket and hope you get bailed out. That's not really a high-level way to play the game. So that's what we just continued to try and preach to just get back to our formula, to do our job, to be locked in, to get engaged, to, whatever coaching cliche you want to throw out there. We were throwing them all out there. And like I said, credit our guys for figuring out a way to win. Credit Matty for making a great play in overtime, recognizing that he had an advantage after we were down 2 and going and attacking. But it certainly wasn't easy, and it certainly wasn't very smooth in the way that we performed, but somehow we were able to figure a way out.
When you make 23 of 39 free throws, Matty said after the game that practice because you shoot free throws every day after practice. Maybe they don't take it as seriously then than they do now. Is that something you noticed?
Well, you know what?
How does it translate to what?
Well, coming into league play, we were 10th in the league in free throw shooting percentage as a team, and then last week at Bryan, I think we shot 94%. So clearly we can do it. So the first thing I said when we went in there was, that's a symbol of how engaged you are mentally when you're 23 for 59 from the free throw line. It just shows that you're not focusing on what you're doing, right? It's repetition, it's concentration, it's being engaged. That's what free throw shooting is. It's not like science, So we shoot, multiple minutes of free throws per day in practice, where guys are competing with each other at different baskets, and but if you're not engaged with what you're doing, you're not going to be able to make it. So Kobe goes 0 for his first 5 and then 5 for his next 5. Probably increased level of focus on his part. He didn't change his shot. He didn't start shooting lefty, right? He just started to focus more on what was important in the game and made some big free throws for us late, So, to me, that 59% number is almost, a symbol of, how mentally engaged we were in the game, which I don't think was where it needs to be against a good opponent. An opportunity to go 3-0 in your conference. I didn't think the energy and the excitement was where it needed to be to attack the opportunity we had today.
No Xavier Williams. Of course, he's been out for a few games now. Just curious, what's the situation?
The situation with X is we're still figuring out the situation. I don't know if he's going to be able to, compete for us at all this year physically. And so we've had some discussions with him about, continuing to work on his education and do his graduate work online, and maybe can get back closer to his home so that he can focus on his health, focus on his academics, focus on all that kind of stuff.
Malik wasn't here tonight. That status, I know he said lower body injury.
Yeah, undisclosed lower body injury. Check the HIPAA laws if you guys want, any more in depth on that. But yeah, we don't know exactly, what the situation will be with Malik either. And obviously in a game like tonight, I think he's a guy that can really help us. But we're gonna have to move forward as if we don't know when he'll be back. So we'll have to figure it out.